Today I made $7,300 trading SPY. Last week, $36,000. And the week before that, I think about $20,000 or so, and so on and so forth, realistically. And it's been trading doing the simplistic, most basic, boring strategy possible. If you want to do crazy, cool looking, amazing strategies, go ahead, do that. That's for you. I'm just looking for easy money. Check this out. This is today on the 5-minute chart for trading SPY. I predicted that the market was going to do this pullback, and I made the 7K during this pullback. And you may be looking at it and wondering, how the heck did I know I was going to do a pullback? Because it was rocketing up. If you watched this video here, what is it? Understanding market structure specifically, I actually broke down specifically how exactly you can make these predictions and be correct about them more often than not. So first things first, ignoring just even the left, right? We're just going to take a look at this piece here. We saw, well, actually, you know what? We're not going to ignore it. We're going to actually take care of that. So we had low here and a high. We had a low here and a high. And then we had an additional low, specifically right here. So this is a downtrend, basically, for the market, hence why it was going down. And then very quickly after that, there was no additional, if I can get my circle, piece here for it to go down, otherwise known as it's reversing back upward, because the downtrend has stopped. It's gone higher than all the previous highs before, so there's an uptrend, right? So it went from, if we check this out, right, from here to massively up here. And for SPY specifically, if we look at this and continue the whole higher highs and lower lows thing, it went from here, from a high to barely a low, here to a high to barely a low right here to a high to, let go of that, to barely a low right here. And then boom, we got a high, and then boom, we got a low here with the red candles next to each other. Then we got a high, and you start seeing things start getting interesting. Then we get a low, but this low is actually, from a body perspective, lower than this one here. So it's like, okay, something about to happen or change or etc. Doesn't matter. At this point in time, you can only see the left. Great. Well, where's our higher high? Nothing went higher. Nothing's as steep as before, for one. Two, this has been going sideways, if you notice, from 11:45 to about 12:10 p.m. So it went from going up to going sideways to no longer having a higher high to it having a lower low, specifically over at this POV, this perspective here. And that gives you the confirmation to know, oh, wait a second, this clearly is going to keep going downward, right? So this is where the change of that direction completely happened. And this happens all the time, guys, honestly. Especially if you start noticing that those points here, right? I'm not even going to, in this piece here, low, high, low, high, higher, higher, low, kept going higher, right? It's not even that complicated. If you're running like, why do zones work, etc., it's because of this from a conceptual perspective, you know? And if we draw out, I haven't even gotten to my strategy. If we draw out the zone specifically, right? The major supply zone at the very top of this piece up here at 67, and then we do minus 10 cents. So is that going to be 57? And we have to turn this red. Go to more, HSV 60, right on the money right there. And if we go to the 1-minute chart, it gave us this high, went down, for the first time went down and back into the zone versus before, down, back, and then breaks through it, right? We go down, boom, let me zoom in for you, boom, zone candle. Well, this was really the zone candle, reversal, didn't really give a full piece going downward. And then this is kind of like that new candle that's going next, but it didn't really move downward, right? And we have this piece here, which is lower than the candle here. So we got a zone candle, reversal. We got a confirmation because this is technically a little bit lower, not too much, but then the further one. And then boom, we got the entry right here on this candle right here. If you wanted to do zone reversal confirmation entry, you can, but to me, I see this one much more clear, and I like that this one's here. So we realistically had, for me, I entered here, my stop, so I entered here, we'll just say from a dollar perspective, 547.43, right? And my stop loss is only right here, 547.62, excuse me. And so I was wanting to lose this, and I was letting it go to VWAP, which, let's go maximize the sell back again. So I was wanting to risk this because I knew it was going to start reversing. I knew it was going to start regressing pretty aggressively to gain all the way down to that. And I made that. And realistically, it did kind of keep going. And funny enough, if we zoom out a little bit, so this is I'll change the color for you, essentially. We'll change it to green today. Well, that doesn't help because the candles are green. Let's change it to orange. There we go. It's like I still can't see that. Whatever. So change those to orange. So I was only risking that small piece to make all of that. That was it, realistically. And that's because the trend is what that is. And I could have sold at any point in time. If you were wondering, like, oh, how did you hold through this? And how did you hold through that? Well, it's because, again, if we go back to that piece there, what did the chart do? We had the high, right? We got a low, and then we had a high, which is lower than the one over there. Then we had a low, then we had a high. So me periodically checking this out, I was like, oh, well, we're perfectly fine at this point in time, essentially, right? And then there are take profits. There's take profit 1, there's take profit 2, there's take profit 3, essentially. And there's the take profit, well, take profit 4 is VWAP, take profit 5 is all the way over here, etc. So, and FY, this is more of an advanced video, so I'm going relatively quickly, I suppose. So,
if you're looking to become a consistently profitable day trader that makes $10,000 per month, then go ahead and visit mkuniversity.com/info to get started. We provide one-on-one coaching for 2 months, and that way we actually hold your hand and walk you to becoming successful with our specific day trading strategy, which is trading one strategy with one ticker and day trading once per day so you can be successful long term and actually take care of your family. And it doesn't matter where you are, by the way. If you're new to trading or you're an experienced trader already, but you're still just not consistently profitable as a whole, we'll teach you everything from A to Z from the ground up so you can be consistent, so you can be profitable, and more important, you can do the things you want to do, when you want to do them, how you want to do them, and not have to be trading so much. Because the goal when it comes to trading is to get your life back and to get your finances in order so you can do everything you want to do. And by the way, we already have 1,003 video testimonials from people that are already successful using this strategy that you've been learning in this video. So if you want to be the next person, you want to be number 1004, then go ahead and click the link in the description where it says apply for coaching, and you can go ahead and get started. And now back to the video.
Easy money, I guess, is one thing I can say on that perspective for that piece there. So it wasn't too bad of a trade. That's really, I mean, that's how you get that piece there. But, B, I mean, there was all this stuff going upward, essentially. So there were potential actual call options to the upside, like if you look over here, just as I guess let's review the day to a certain degree. At this point in time, this was the highest point of the day over here. And if we drew like the same little 10-cent zone, I don't even have to 5 and then go to 95. I don't even have to go into the thing, and you can clearly see that it went up, was doing the higher highs, etc. Trying to slowly, broke clean through, went above, came down, boom, tap, and ran up. Go to the 1 minute chart, see what it looked like. It went up, tried to do kind of like a little pull back, but it just basically failed. Broke clean through, boom, it came back. Or zone candle, reversal confirmation. Small little entry on the top of this wick, went sideways, and then since it was doing higher highs and etc., we knew it was going to keep going. Boom, you would have made the call to the upside. If you just go to the 5 minute chart and plant and circle out what's the higher high, what's the higher low, like in the video that I've already specifically kind of called out here in this piece here, and then me showing proof that it works, hence I made the 37K doing that exact thing. Was it last week or so? Yeah, last week. Then you'll see that it's not that complicated. So if this makes sense, go ahead and give it a try and let me know in the comment section below.